Hi there, my name is Danielle Matthews. I am so excited that you're asking yourself this question, is ASEA right for me? I think that as you start to understand what ASEA redox is and the impact that it can have on your health, it sort of becomes like asking the question, do I need good nutrition in my body? The answer is yes. And what ASEA can do for you? Well, it depends. Basically, these redox signaling molecules are something that our body makes every moment of every day. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't be here. But what they do is they signal when there's damage in the body on the cellular level. It's the call for help that goes out. The immune system knows where there's damage, knows if there's a mutation, and can go in and deal with that, do what the body's designed to do, right? Which is to get back into balance and stay healthy. It's also the signaling system inside of our cells. So our environment impacts our system, and our cells, our genes get turned off. Well, this goes in and turns them back on. It is a remarkable technology. And so if you're asking, look, is it right for me? Well, here's the deal. We make less of these molecules as we age. So depending on your age, I think of it like you've got a cup of water, and every year of life after puberty, a sip comes out. So every decade, that's like 10%, going down. And you have to think, okay, well, if that's the case, my body is not signaling as loudly. It's like going from having 5 bars of service on your cell phone to 1 bar of service. We know that when the communication isn't strong, things can't get done over the phone. The same is true in our body. Even though our body has everything it needs to keep us in balance and keep us healthy, and that's what it strives to do, if it can't hear the call for help, it's not going to know where the issues are. And so things start to become chronic. Like you see when we get older, more diseases and illnesses pop into our lives. We don't heal like we did when we were younger. And what is remarkable is that this is something that science thought was impossible to do, to get these redox molecules outside of the body. But now we have them. So do you want to take them or not? Well, that's a question for you. What I find is that basically people look into this if they've had a challenge. It might be a challenge that they've had chronically for a long time, or a new thing that's popped up. For myself, I was in my mid-20s. I was in a really bad car accident. I was hit by a drunk driver and I sustained an injury. And so all of a sudden I had all of this damage in my body, and my body couldn't keep up with all the repair that was needed. And so I was suffering a lot. So I find that people look at this because they have a health challenge, right, in one of those categories, or a loved one does, and they want to know, look, what would it mean to integrate redox molecules into what I'm doing? And could it hurt anything? Well, the answer is, look, what's in this is already in you. It's already interacting with any medication that you're on. So there's no contraindications when you take this, and there's no toxic level. There's no LD50. They could not find a toxic amount. And it's something that's completely safe, right? Safe as, or safer than, really, water. And it is something that, if in time, you give it enough time, can have a big impact on you. I tell people, give it at least 90 days, right? You didn't get in your situation overnight. You're not going to get out of it overnight. And I would hate for you to walk away thinking this doesn't work. It took 90 days for me to feel anything. And then 6 months, a year, 2 years, more and more started happening. It's remarkable what your body can do when it hears what the issues are. So if you have a health challenge and you're looking at this, I get it. Get all your questions answered. Other people look at this because they want to be proactive. I know for myself, that's the reason now that I continue on it, and the reason that I'm always searching for how I can keep my body in the best shape. Because when we lose our health, that's everything. Or if there's something out there, during flu season, cold season, whatever it is, you don't want to be run down. How can I keep my body and protect my body from these things? Well, this is known to turn on the gene that impacts our immune system and gives us a healthy immune response, and helps another gene that impacts the inflammatory response. Inflammation is the underlying cause of a lot of issues. So being proactive, definitely something to look into. If you're considering this for yourself, I would say it's the strongest thing that I do to keep my body proactive. If you can keep yourself strong, that's your foundation, right? Makes up all of your tissues, all of your organs, all of your various body systems. At the very root is just cells, and this keeps your cells strong. Others are athletes. So I have personally worked with Olympic athletes, kind of all the way up to people that are just kind of weekend warriors and want to keep their bodies in good health to be able to work out, or they want to get their best times, do their best swim, compete at a higher level, lift more, whatever it might be. There's a lot out there with what this does for athletes. It is something that can help an athlete repair faster, right? They're just breaking down muscle, which is muscle tissue, which is cells, and this will help them repair faster. We have seen a study done with mice showing that endurance goes up when you drink ASEA. So can you imagine what that would mean for you in your workouts or in your sport? It's remarkable for athletes, and they actually make special pouches. So if you're in the US, you can get these, and there's one-way valves. You can take it with you as you go. And some people are looking at this because they have issues on their skin, and they might be looking at what the Renew 28 gel can do or what the Renew Advanced Serum can do. It is remarkable when it comes to elasticity issues, wrinkle issues, cellulite. You can see the research that's been done. There's a lot that this can do topically to keep you looking your best and get your best skin back. Now, other people look at this because they're wondering, okay, if this is an incredible technology, if everything that I'm hearing is true, I know a lot of people that need this, and how do we get this out there? So some people look at this because they want to be part of the stewards that are bringing this to market, and they want to have an impact with their life. They want to have a sense of purpose. They want to be able to touch people's lives around the world, and this is certainly an avenue that you can do that. And it was not why I originally looked at it. In fact, I begrudgingly looked at this. I thought it was a placebo and all fake, but anyway, turns out it's real. The science behind it is incredible, and this is something that truly can allow you to have an impact for around the world. I mean, it's humbling to me because I never anticipated it, and now I've seen that with my own story impacting people that I'll never meet. So I don't know what's right for you, but I know that what we have here is remarkable, that it can help every living thing. And if you have interest in learning more about it, please reach out, talk to the person that introduced you, reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you understand how this might integrate into your life and in what ways. All right, have a beautiful day.